ஓம் பிரபன்னபாரிஜாதாய தோத்ரவேத்ரைகபாணயே ஞானமுத்ராய கிருஷ்ணாய கீதாமிருததுஹே நமஹ. அமீச்சத்வாம் திருதராஷ்டிரஸ்ய புத்ராः சர்வே சஹைவாவனிபாலசங்கைः பீஷ்மோ த்ரோணः சூதபுத்திரஸ்ததாசௌ சஹாஸ்மதீயைரபி யோதமுख्यैः வக்த்ராணி தே த்வரமாணா விசந்தி தம்ஷ்ட்ராகராலானி பயானகானி கேசித் விலக்னாதசனாந்தரேஷு சந்திருஷ்யந்தே சூர்ணிதைருத்தமாங்கைः. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is showing the Pralaya Kala aspect of the Vishwarupa Darshana, during which everything resolves. This is aimed at making us accept both the joys and the sorrows of life alike. It is not enough to accept only the joys. We should also be mentally prepared to accept the sorrows as well. This is the teaching. Every day I have doubts in my mind whether you would feel comfortable listening to these verses first thing in the morning. But this is a lesson which cannot be avoided and has to be learnt by all of us. Because we do experience both the contrasting circumstances. It is a fact that while we accept the joys of life, we refuse to accept the sorrows. We should train ourselves to intelligently accept both equally well. That is what we call jnana. Saint Thiruvallur suggested that one should not desire for joy and at the same time be able to take the sorrows and pains in the normal stride. If we wish to desist from the pains, we should also not desire for the joys. Even though we cannot avoid the pleasant as well as the unpleasant situations in life, we should learn to set aside both the joys and the sorrows. To understand that, we should gain the absolute knowledge. It is the absolute knowledge or jnana that would give us real peace and happiness. We need only that jnana to be able to accept all the situations in life. If we have that jnana, we can remain unabsorbed both in the joys and in the sorrows. We will be ready to accept both. To the extent possible, we can look for pariharas or compensatory karmas to avert the sorrows. But we should still be with the understanding that the sorrows are natural. If we have that knowledge, we can also avoid any excitement or tension while doing pariharas. In the shloka, Arjuna says, Ami, in you. Arjuna is witnessing the scene in person. Who are the ones he sees? Dhritarashtrasya putraha, the sons of Dhritarashtra. Avanipala sanghaihi. Avani means the earth. Avanipalaha means a king. Avanipalaha means the kings. Avanipala sanghaihi means the groups of kings. There are several kings in the battlefield who are ready to fight. The sons of Dhritarashtra are all there in the battlefield. Not only that, Bhishma, Drona and Karna, who is considered to be the son of a charioteer, Sutaputra. Asmadiyaihi yodhamukhyaihi saha. There are many great warriors on our side too. Tvaramana te vaktrani. They are all entering your mouth at great speed. It means that they will face their end in this battle. Damshtra karalani. Bhagavan's horrifying teeth. Bhayanakani. It frightens. Here we should understand that it frightens only the immature people. Arjuna is seeing it just as an ordinary person. we are trying to contemplate on this in greater depth and to raise our level of understanding for gaining maturity. Bhayanakani, in that frightening form, with horrifying teeth in their mouths, all of them are entering at great speed. Kechit dashanantareshu vilagnaha. While entering so, some of them are stuck between the teeth in the upper and the lower jaws while being chewed. This will indeed be a bit horrifying. Vilagnaha means stuck. Churnitair uttamangaihi. I see their heads being crushed into powder. Uttamangam means the superior most organ of the body, which is the head. Churnitaihi means being crushed into powder. It is a description of the destruction of the people that is to take place in due course of time. Sri Vyasa's narration of how the people get stuck in the teeth and are crushed into powder is only to indicate that everyone is bound to die in due course of time. An indication of how in this battle these warriors would be wounded and pierced by arrows. So, several of the warriors are entering Bhagavan's mouth in his form of Pralaya Kala, the time of resolution or destruction. We are aware that the battle has not yet begun when Bhagavan is teaching this Gitopadesha to Arjuna. Arjuna witnesses in advance the happenings of the future. Bhagavan is displaying that which is to happen in the battle. In the second chapter, Arjuna had expressed his doubt to Bhagavan, being anxious to know in advance as to who would win the battle. We therefore are studying these two shlokas together. We should contemplate on this as an upasana or a meditation. We should meditate upon the death just as we do on the birth. Similarly, we should also meditate upon the creation and the resolution of this universe. On the one side, we see beautiful sceneries with gentle breeze. On the other, we see cyclones, earthquakes, and the sufferings of the people. This is the order of the universe. This is just similar to how at times one feels physically fit and fine and feels unfit and unwell at the other times. This is the nature of this creation. We should learn to objectify this and meditate upon the greatness of the Vishwarupa. Those leading an intelligent life and desirous of the real peace while meditating upon the wonderful side of the Vishwarupa are at the same time bound to be thoughtful of the frightening and the sorrowful aspects of life as well. So, this chapter should be learned by heart and meditated upon. By doing so, the mind will become calm and peaceful and the fears will vanish. It is to be intelligently meditated upon. Being frightened will not help. I would like to repeat, just as on the one side we accept our birth, our existence and the joys of life, so should we also use our intellect and learn to accept the death and the sorrow on the other side. May we meditate upon the Vishwarupa. Vishwarupaya vai namo namaha. Amichatvam dhritarashtrasya putraha sarve sahaivavani sanghaihi Bhishmo dronas suta putrastathasau sahasmadiyairapi yodhamukhyaihi Vaktrani te tvaramana vishanti damshtrakaralani bhayanakani केचित् विलग्नादशनान्तरेषु सन्दृश्यन्ते चूर्णितैरुत्तमाङ्गैः. My prayerful blessings and best wishes to all of you. Hari Om.